Of course not. Okay, I was gonna do the video up front, have the ledge behind me, but behind is the door of the New Brunswick legislator. And I decided to choose this spot because this is where, around a year ago, that I made the interview, that I broke the news, was Serena, was it the last name? Serena, is it Woods? Anyway, Serena was arrested because she had an unpaid panhandler fine. I'm not even going to restart this. Because she had unpaid panhandler fine, she was drove to Miramichi, and then she stayed there for about maybe half an hour until walk home. In the cold, in March, walk home right before darkness. So I've been fighting this, the Liberals, I've been fighting this for about a year to have prisoners, to bring them back here, and where they were sentenced, because there's no provincial jail here. He turned around, he was singing and laughing of that young girl walking back here. So the Liberals, they just, bravo, bravo, Liberals, scumbags. Now, I thought Carl Urquhart was, you know, I always said Carl Urquhart and Bill Fraser were the two most honest politicians in New Brunswick. Bill Fraser lost, and Carl Urquhart, minister, being brainwashed by the bureaucrats at public safety that people with mental illness and welfare bum and Indians must be forced to walk back to Fredericton where they were sentenced. One guy was forced to walk, and what happened? He ended up in St. Stephen, tried to get a drive, and he ended up being in jail for a year and a half. But anyway, so it's very, very sad that Carl Urquhart decided, such a nice guy, but turned against the people with mental illness. Now, we're not going to talk, we're going to focus on Carl Urquhart from here to the next provincial election, but we're also going to focus on Blaine Higgs. Why is Blaine Higgs agreeing with this? I find a conservative tonight very hypocrite, a bunch of hypocrite, being hypocritical. Is that what you call it? You with me, you? You with me? Okay. Conservative being a bunch of hypocrites. They dare to attend an event of the Special Olympics. People with mental illness, and behind the doors here, like Carl Urquhart said, we will. Anyone that's sentenced in a court of law, his words, in a court of law, will not be returned to Fredericton. They will be forced to walk home. His words, and I'll show it on video. So the police, he's a former cop. Used to be a nice guy. Of course, Hitler used to be a nice guy too, I guess. Anyway, Charlie, focus. To turn around and say, no, so that means sentenced in a court of law. They have an unpaid fine to ride a bicycle with no helmet. They will be sentenced to the provincial jail and forced to walk back home. You have an unpaid fine you can't pay, tough luck. You're going to walk into a snowstorm. So we haven't learned nothing from Ashley Smith. The government is really turning against people with mental illness and the minorities, so there's nowhere to turn, nowhere to go. Anyway, one thing is certain. I'm going to ask the Attorney General that she must investigate, launch an inquiry on Carl Urquhart and the bureaucrats at public safety, because racism or bigotry or discrimination shouldn't be going on. Why they call it public safety? Public Gestapo, that's what I call it.